Good Thursday morning. I'm meteorologist Jeff Gerber. For the next 10 minutes, we'll take a look at our weather and what's going to be going on here in southeast Texas over the next 7 days. We've been talking about it for probably, 3 or 4 days. We're expecting a nice cool down as we head towards Sunday into early next week. Feel a little bit more like fall because today through Saturday we'll be seeing highs in the 80s, and that's well above normal. A normal high about 75 for this time of year. So we'll see temperatures feeling a little bit more seasonal as we head in towards the latter half of the weekend into early next week. Besides that, not much going on weather-wise. We don't really expect any rain over the next 7 days, and of course, tropics are real quiet and pretty much winding down hurricane season. Don't really expect much through the rest of this month for hurricane season. And of course, hurricane season does end at the end of November. Here's the rest of the day forecast, and we're looking at temperatures in the upper 70s, close to 80 degrees through the afternoon, depending on how much sunshine we get out there. 6 o'clock this evening, we're seeing temperatures into the lower 70s and then middle 60s as we head towards 10 o'clock this evening with the mostly clear skies. Overnight, expecting more fog to develop, just kind of like this morning. I'm probably going to see maybe a couple of dense fog advisories out there. Depends on the winds. Winds look like they might be a little bit up from what they were this morning, tomorrow morning, but still, we'll see. Looks like definitely we'll see at least patchy fog, if not some widespread fog, as we go into your Friday morning. Allergy report generally looking at medium through tree, weed, and grass, and then mold is low since it's been so dry, but the medium range there. So we got some folks out there sniffling and sneezing, that's for sure. All right, let's take a look outside at some of the cameras across the area. In Jasper, probably seeing some of most of the sunshine up towards the Jasper area right now. They were one of the first to see some of that fog break up. This camera brought to you by Provalis, part of the Roofing 911 Live Skycam network, and mostly sunny skies there in Jasper, so fairly nice with temperatures well up into the 70s up there. We're expecting once again highs up close to about 80 degrees. Other places across southeast Texas, southwest Louisiana, still holding on to a little bit more cloud cover, but you can definitely see the sun is shining up there in Jasper. All right, we'll wait here a second and we'll wait for the camera to change over to a different view. And you can see, like I said, some other places not quite as sunny. Here's the view towards Port Arthur. Camera brought to you by Market Basket, and still seeing some of those low-level clouds. Now, some of that's coming in off the Gulf. Have a little weak disturbance out there into the Gulf. Not bringing us any rain, but it definitely is bringing us a little bit of cloud cover out there for this afternoon. So places like Port Arthur might not make it to 80. We'll go with about 78, 79 for later on this afternoon, unless those clouds break up some. But you can see mostly cloudy skies right now as we jump down towards Port Arthur. One of the reasons why we have our cameras around the area, so we could see the sunshine shining up in Jasper as opposed to Port Arthur where it's a little clouded over. Now in orange, we're getting kind of a little bit of both. We're seeing a little bit of blue, but we also have some cloud cover there. This is the Horseman's Western Store camera. Horseman's Western Store right there next to I-10. And it looks like I-10 is going through there pretty smoothly as we approach the lunch hour. Our Roofing 911 Live Skycam network currently showing 72 degrees right now in orange. Humidity up there. Remember, we were talking about humidity levels just the last couple of days in the 40s. Look at it today, 83%. Definitely the winds have come back and brought in that moisture. We're showing a little bit of a northeasterly wind at about 8, but we're generally seeing some southeasterly winds across most of the area, and we'll continue to see that. Here is a look towards Beaumont here from our Packer LaPrade camera on our Roofing 911 Live Skycam network. And if you look off in the distance there, you can see some blue skies, but at the same time have a little bit of cloud cover as well. We're showing also low temperatures in the lower 70s right now here in Beaumont. A little bit of an east wind at 4 to 5, and humidity not quite as much in Port Arthur, which is understandable, a little bit closer to the water there, but we're showing about 76% humidity in downtown Beaumont at Packer LaPrade with, like I said, some blue sky off in the distance there, while we're also seeing a little bit of cloud cover over part of downtown Beaumont. So kind of a mix of both here in the triangle. And then here's the view from our 12 News studio. You can see those blue skies I was just pointing to off in the distance there. It looks like a little bit closer to us here over by the west side of Beaumont. Our Mid-County Plumbing camera, part of the Roofing 911 Live Skycam network, showing traffic going along pretty smoothly on I-10. That was not the scene last night. They had to repair the I-10, and traffic was backed up for miles and miles. Looked like it's fine out there for this afternoon. If you're running out to lunch, you don't have to avoid I-10. Looks like there's no problems there right now. So looking good and outside our 12 News studio. All right, let's check some temperatures. Right now we're generally looking at 70s, 72 right now in Kirbyville, as well as Silsbee. Jasper's at 73, Beaumont's at 73, and also Port Arthur's at 73. Officially showing still 69 in Orange, but you saw our camera there showing some lower 70s. And then in Woodville, we're looking at about 77 right now, one of the warmer spots. Here's that little disturbance down into the Gulf, and you can see some of the clouds. It's kind of pushing in our direction. A little bit of rain associated with it, but that's well down into the Gulf, so we don't have to worry about that. But definitely see a little bit of cloud cover associated with that. Once you get away from the coast, a little bit more sunshine up towards the Jasper area. Stationary front will stay stationary the next couple of days. Eventually that cold front will come through here. Looks like Saturday night into Sunday, and then another one follows that up pretty quickly, and that will really cool us down as we head towards Monday and Tuesday. Highs only in the 60s for those days, so a big change from the middle 80s we're going to see, it looks like, Friday and into Saturday. As we look at satellite and radar across the rest of the country, a lot of activity as far as cloud cover through the Midwest or upper Midwest, a weak weather system moving through there. This is the one that came through the West Coast, Pacific Northwest here the last day or two, and brought them a lot of rain and some wind. We see another one, it looks like, trying to work its way into sections of Oregon, Washington State, maybe Northern California, getting some wet weather from another storm system pushing into the Pacific Northwest. Four corner states looks like down through the southwestern U.S. pretty quiet, lots of sunshine there towards Phoenix and over towards Albuquerque for this morning. As we look towards the East Coast, not much going on there. We do see some cloud cover and a little bit of wet weather as we head towards Florida, so they're not seeing too much of that Florida sunshine for today. But most of the East Coast is quiet. That one storm system we were talking about yesterday is spinning its way out into the Atlantic, so they're getting rid of some of that rain up through New England, but they still have a little bit of cloud cover there. So staying fairly active across the lower 48, but that's typical for this time of year as we transition from fall to winter. We see a lot of activity as far as the jet stream and these cold fronts kind of moving through the area. So not unusual to see a lot of active weather across the lower 48. As we take a look at our futurecast, we'll go up to around 80 this afternoon. Futurecast only takes us to some middle to maybe upper 70s, but we can get up to about 80 if we see a little bit of sunshine. Kind of ignore this rain. This futurecast trying to paint a few light showers over southwest Louisiana with that disturbance in the Gulf. I guess it's not out of the question, but I really don't expect to see anything there. As we head towards this evening, temperatures generally into the 70s and 60s. We'll stay into the middle to lower 60s going into tomorrow morning. With fog again, it looks like we could see some at least patchy fog, if not maybe dense widespread fog like we did this morning, depending on what the winds do. It looks like the winds will stay up a little bit. As we head towards, looks like tomorrow afternoon, temperatures there into the 80s, 84, 85, not out of the question, as we see mostly sunny skies to partly cloudy skies. Coastal marine forecast for today, northeasterly winds at 5 to 10 knots, seas around a foot. Next high tide coming in this afternoon at 4:47. Our sunsets at about 5:25. Water temperature in the lower 70s with northeasterly winds at Texas Point about 8 to 9. Forecast for today, mostly sunny, no rain expected, but we will see a little bit of an east wind at 3 to 8. Some of that cloud cover out there, and temperatures, we're got our fingers crossed for maybe about 80 for today, depending on, like I said, how much those clouds clear out just a little bit. And then possibility of some more dense fog for tonight in spots, if not widespread. Looking at winds going calm, well, I think we'll see widespread dense fog, but if they stay up a little bit, then maybe some patchy areas of dense fog. And with the cloud cover and everything, we'll see temperatures a little warmer tomorrow morning. We'll be into the lower 60s. Our 7-day forecast showing temperatures into the middle 80s Friday and Saturday, 84, 85. And then here comes the cold front. Sunday we drop to 71 and down to 61 for a high on Monday, 67 on Tuesday, and then 76 on Wednesday. So definitely below normal temperatures there. Our normal high being about 75. So we've got what, 1, 2, 3 days below normal and then back to around normal on Wednesday. And watch out for Monday and Tuesday morning.